What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today in the review box, we have an all-new brand to my collection. This is JKM. This is their Bugatti La Voiture Noire. Now, I have no idea if I just butchered that pronunciation. Probably did, but that typically happens with French words for me. Anywho, though, we're just going to call it the Bugatti LVN from here on out to make my life easier. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at this one and see if it is worth adding to your collections. So as always, let's kick things off with our casting. Taking a quick look at our proportions and everything, we can see that it does look pretty good. Nothing to really complain about. I would say maybe it's a touch too long, maybe, but that's definitely debatable. We'll go ahead and pop the real life car up in the top right hand corner for you to kind of compare and contrast the two. Overall, I would say proportions are very good. Now, let's get into the actual casting here, and what I can say right out of the bat is there is a lot of metal here. Basically, everything you are looking at is going to be metal, except for the mirrors. The mirrors are plastic. Almost everything else, though, is going to be die-cast. So all this ventilation and vents back here, casted in to the die-cast itself. This rear wing is actually plastic. I did forget to mention that. That is plastic. Moving our way down the side here, all die-cast. The base die-cast actually has some nice detailing on it as well. Up front, the kind of intake vents up here, this is a plastic insert, which is no surprise. Coming up front, though, this, I believe, is actually casted into the main body, which is, again, just really cool. Coming into the back section here, again, this back here, vents, all plastic insert, and then this plastic piece here as well. And then, again, all this diffuser section, a piece of the base, which is metal. So there is a lot of die-cast used in this particular thing. And then all of your body lines that you'd want to see are there, and they are replicated very nicely. We got gas cap casted in. Again, all this texturized, looking phenomenal. So the casting as a whole has a whole lot of good going for it. Paint and deco. So this is the only paint and deco that we have so far. We have just this nice simple gloss black with a silver stripe going down the center. Very reminiscent of the real life car. I feel like it replicates it pretty spot on. And that was a one-off as far as I know, which means that this is probably the only deco we are going to get, and it is the only deco that we have gotten so far. Although I would definitely not turn down if they did another deco in a fantasy coloration of some sort. Moving into our details. So starting up front here, we have a really nice headlights looking good. These are plastic inserts, which always look good. We do get a Bugatti logo here, nice, crisp, and clear, and easy to tell what it is saying. And again, we have these inserts of plastic here for the meshing and everything, which looks good. Interior-wise, it is tough to see, but there is a nicely detailed interior, which looks good. Making our way down the sides here, we do have accurate wheels, which look really cool. Unique design there. No kind of brake pads or discs behind the wheel, but that's okay with me. The mirrors do get a little dab of silver paint. It's very tough to see, but they give them kind of that reflective look, which is always nice to see. Moving into the top-down section, this entire silver strip is slightly raised, which I assume it would be like on the real-life car too. And then this little EB on the back here is also, let it focus, is also slightly raised above the rest of the car, which looks really cool. Speaking of the rear section here, again, we have this nice taillight, which is a plastic insert, looks absolutely phenomenal. We have the LVN license plate back there looking good. And then attached to the base here, we do have all of our exhaust tips, and they are painted, and it looks really good. So details-wise, there is a lot to be happy with here. Moving into our roll test, as JKM is probably a brand new to all of your collections, the roll test is going to be important, and I'm happy to say that it rolls, and it rolls extremely well. It rolls just as well as most mini GT models, which is very cool to see. Now, put this one on the scale, and it comes out to be 54.22 grams. So it has got some serious weight to the model, which is a testament to all the metal that is used in it. It is really, really good to hold and has a nice heavy feel. Pros and cons, getting started with our pros. The first big pro is the high level of detailing. This thing is very nice. Detailing is crisp, and it looks good everywhere you look at it. The second big pro is going to be that this is, as of right now, the only way to get a Bugatti LVT into your 1/64 scale collections. And I think it's a very good example. So it's a good thing that this is the example that we have. The third and final pro is going to be the price tag. This thing can be easily found for under $10 with free shipping. I got this for $6 free shipped to my house. $6. That's all that I paid for this, and for what is basically on par with a Mini GT and actually exceeds Mini GT in a couple spots. For our cons, though, I really can't come up with any. I mean, considering the price tag and the level of detail, the weight of this model, there's really no cons, no drawbacks to this model at all that I can find. For some quick size comparisons, here we have it with the Hot Wheels Bugatti Chiron and the Matchbox Bugatti Divo. And here it is with a few Mini GT Bugattis with the Bugatti Chiron Supersport and the Bugatti Divo. So it is now time to give my overall final scores. The hype level for this one, I'm going to give it a 9.2 out of 10. There wasn't a lot of hype for this one because a lot of people didn't know it existed, myself included. I didn't know about this one until it had already released. Execution, I'm going to give it a 9.9 out of 10. I can't find anything wrong with it, but I'm going to leave that 0.1 there just in case somebody else has found something wrong with it that, their example had. Community input, I gave this one to the council. Here is their results. Pretty much everyone as happy as I was with it, and these scores are going to average out to be a 9.7 out of 10. When we take the three categories, add them up, and average them out, we are going to end up with it exactly a 9.6 out of 10, which is phenomenal. Honestly, you could easily give this one a 10 out of 10. I don't think anyone would complain because this thing is absolutely fantastic at an absolutely unbeatable price. Add this one to your collection before you regret it. Seriously, this thing could sell out at any point, and you will regret not having this one in your collections. I do still see it online from time to time for under $10, so it is absolutely still out there. Act now before you end up regretting it. The level of detail for what you pay for this one is unbelievable, in all honesty. This thing has more detail than most like $20 models. And like I said, I paid $6 for this, so I got it for less than a Hot Wheels premium model. And like I said, I still see this one going for like $8, $7 all the time. So it is absolutely a must-have for any supercar fan and anyone who's a 1/64 scale collector in general. And with that, guys, that is all I have for this review. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new, leave a comment down below telling me what your thoughts are on this particular model, and I will see you in the next video.